As you already know, this is a BMW E36, more exactly a 328 from 1994. But what's special about it, you'll see when we get a little bit closer to the side. It's not an ordinary 328. This was built by a body shop here in Germany named Karmann, and this is actually the project K2. It was just one unit built, and it's meant to be both a Targa and a Cabrio, as two in one. This thing closes. When it gets closed, all over the B-pillars here, it becomes a Targa roof with a glass opening instead of a soft top. Or you can also completely open it, and it's more like of a pickup truck. While moving in the back, since 1994 you can see the long brake light. So the new models had an inspiration right here. Here we have the BMW E46, one of the best M3s ever built by BMW. But this is not an ordinary E46 M3, it's a special one that BMW sadly never built. This is a product of the M division, which actually built by M back in 2000s, and they've only made one unit. So this is the only one in existence, original, built by BMW, an M3 Touring. You can see the flared wheel arches in the back as well as in the front. And in the back, the typical M diffuser with the M3 tailpipes. Great classic is this 3.0 CSL. Very nice. Here we are at the BMW Classic, and we see here two beautiful E3s. On my left, we have the 7 Series 2.8, but a long wheel version. And here on the right, something very special. 3.0 SI Estate. These things were built like only 20 or 25 units in total, from which, what we know, only 5 of them are still on the road. And this one is actually from a UK customer, and he restored it 10 years ago and got it back to the original shape and to the original condition. It looks flawless. For 10 years he's been driving it and taking care of it, and it looks exactly like you see it here, in a beautiful state. Rare to see a wagon out of an E3, but here you go. is actually the E3 2.8, the long wheelbase version. This one has the original interior, not restored, just preserved since it was new. This car has only 30,000 miles. And being the long wheelbase version, you can see the door is much longer, and so you have much more leg room in the back. In this corner, we see the roadsters, starting with the Z1, the very special Z1 with its classic doors, unique door style, which they actually open while falling down in the seal. As you can see, the left passenger door is open right now, and it looks like this. Moving aside from the Z1, we have here the Z3M. The convertible version of the Z3M. This one came in two engine options. One of them was from the E36, inline 6-cylinder, 321 horsepower, 321 horsepower, and then in the 2000 and 2001 they switched to the E46 M3 engine with also 6-cylinder inline and 343 horsepower. Moving away from the Z3, we actually get here the greatest of them all, the greatest roadster built by BMW, the Z8. This one was also a Bond car, if you remember. Pierce Brosnan drove one and it got cut in half. The Z8 is powered by the M539 engine, a naturally aspirated V8 with 400 horsepower. It's something what you maybe didn't know about the Z8. First and only time when BMW implemented neon taillights. These taillights have a strip of neon inside to illuminate the brake light and the turn signal. Here's something you don't see every day. The Alpina B8 4.6, which means it's the E36 coupe equipped by Alpina with the M62 B46 engine. It's derived from actually my M62 B44 stroked to 4.6 by Alpina and slammed into this E36 body. This should be quite an interesting car to drive. Here's another rare thing, a Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing. Here on the red carpet you see a beautiful Ferrari 512 BB with the rear clamshell open. I'll show you the rest of the car, engine and everything. next to the Ferrari, we also have this beautiful Porsche 964 911. Enjoying Ferraris, I cannot mention this amazing 458 Speciale in full black. With the Scuderia shields and fenders. Interior in full carbon and Alcantara with red and black inserts. Red and black buckets, and of course here we have the beautiful last NA V8 engine from Ferrari. Unfortunately the 458 was the last one to still use the NA version of this glorious V8. Here we have a pretty rare Mercedes, the Mercedes Mclaren SLR, and this is actually the 722S version. This is a proper sized wagon, an American version of a wagon. With a leather top and a Chevy and an LS3 V8 inside. Nice looking hot rod here in the American section. Look at the exhaust headers right here. And most of all, I like the humor of the builder. Yeah, really nice, cool build. This is the Cage Retro Turbo, based on the 993 Porsche. It's completely redone by Cage. It has a full carbon body, 4-corner KW suspension, the V3, specifically tuned for this car. Even the ducktail in the back looks really cool. And these 10x18s in the back. Really wide track to have proper traction in all conditions. And the interior is fully redone. Martini Racing livery Porsche. slant nose 911. It's a full racing spec. It's basically a 935. We're thinking the Dakar is the most off-road Porsche ever made. Take a look at this. The Rotman's 964. It's huge. Look at the fender flares on this thing. Another one-of-a-kind Porsche is this slant nose right here. Another unique thing we can see here is this 911 993 hand painted. Everything was done by airbrush and with a clear coat over. It looks really cool. The attention to detail is quite amazing. This is a cool use of a Porsche box cylinder in the VW T3 bus. There's the 3.6 turbo engine from Porsche and a very good looking Mercedes SLR 63 AMG Black Series. CLK 63 AMG Black, which is actually white, but it's a Black Series. Really cool. A Porsche 911 GT3 Cup, the 997. Really cool. This should be with the Metzger 4-liter engine, if I'm not mistaken. Here we have Porsche's first ever supercar, the 959. This thing had the most advanced 4x4 system ever invented at its time. Then we have here Porsche's second supercar, which is actually my favorite, the Porsche Carrera GT. With its naturally aspirated V12 and manual gearbox, I think it's one of the best supercars ever made. Here's something rare. The Ital design Aztec. Really rare concept by Ital design. Doors with glass integrated in them. Something resembles like a McLaren Senna, doesn't it? And the other half of the door is a gull wing. So actually the point of entry in the car is quite comfortable and easy. This thing has actually an engine from an Audi, a 5-cylinder engine, turbo charged, developing 250 horsepower. So not a lot, but at least it looks cool. And here we have another thing from MTM, an Audi R8 with full chrome wrap on it. Very shiny. And something you see rare in Europe, a Tesla Cybertruck, covered in an orange wrap by Motorworld. Here we have the new Aston Martin Vanquish with its twin turbo V12. Really nice design. I think Aston Martin really nailed it with this design, with the design of the Vanquish. Looks really good. And while at Aston Martin, we also have here the V12 Vantage, also in its new design.